You rise in perfection on the horizon of the sky, living Aten who determines life. Whenever you are risen upon the eastern horizon, you fill every land with your perfection. You are appealing, great, sparkling, high over every land. Your rays embrace the lands as far as everything you have made. Since you are Ray, you reach as far as they do, and you curb them for your beloved Son. Although you are far away, your rays are upon the land. You are in their faces, yet your departure is not observed. Whenever you set on the western horizon, the land is in darkness in the manner of death. They sleep in a bedroom with heads under the covers, and one eye cannot see another. If all their possessions which are under their heads were stolen, they would not realize it. Every lion comes out of his cave, and all the serpents bite. For darkness is a blanket. The land is silent now, because he who makes them is at rest on his horizon. But when day breaks, you are risen upon the horizon, and you shine in the Aten in the daytime. When you dispel darkness and you give forth your rays, the two lands are in a festival of light, alert and standing on their feet. Now that you have raised them up, their bodies are clean, and their clothes put on. Their arms are lifted in praise at your rising. The entire land performs its work. All the flocks are content with their fodder. Trees and plants grow. Birds fly up to their nests, their wings extended in praise for your call. All the kind prance on their feet. Everything which flies up and alights. They live when you rise for them. The barges sail upstream and downstream too, for every way is open at your rising. The fishes in the river leap before your face when your rays are inside the sea. You who places seed in woman and makes sperm into man, who brings to life the son in the womb of his mother, who quiets him by ending his crying. You nurse in the womb, giving breath to nourish all that has been begotten. When he comes down from the womb to breathe on the day he is born, you open up his mouth completely and supply his needs. When the fledgling in the egg speaks in the shell, you give him air inside to sustain him. When you have granted him his allotted time to break out from the egg, he comes out from the egg to cry out at his fulfillment, and he goes upon his legs when he has come forth from it. How plentiful it is what you make, although they are hidden from view. Sole God without another beside you. You create the earth as you wish. When you were by yourself, before mankind, all cattle and kine, all beings on land who fare upon their feet, and all beings in the air who fly with their wings. The lands of Kor and Cush, and the land of Egypt, you set every man in his place. You allot their needs, every one of them according to his diet, and his lifetime is counted out. Tongues are separate in speech, and their characters as well. Their skins are different, for you differentiate the foreigners. In the underworld you make a Nile, that you may bring it forth as you wish, to feed the populace, since you make them for yourself, their utter master, growing weary on their account, Lord of every land. For them the Aten of the daytime arises, great in awesomeness. All distant lands you make them live, for you set a Nile in the sky, that it may descend for them, and make waves upon the mountains like the sea, to irrigate the fields in their towns. How functional are your designs, Lord of eternity. A Nile in the sky for the foreigners and all creatures that go upon their feet. A Nile coming back from the underworld for Egypt. Your rays give suck to every field. When you rise, they live, and they grow for you. You make the seasons to bring into being all you make, the winter to cool them, the heat that you may be felt. You have made a far-off heaven in which to rise, in order to observe everything you make. Yet you are alone, rising in your manifestations as the living Aten, appearing, glistening, being afar, coming close. You make millions of transformations of yourself. Towns, harbors, fields, roadways, waterways. Every eye beholds you upon them, for you are the Aten of the daytime on the face of the earth. When you have gone, no eye can exist, for you have created their sight, so that you yourself are not seen, except by your sole Son, whom you have made. You are in my heart, and there is no other who knows you except for your Son, for you have apprised him of your designs and your power. The earth comes forth into existence by your hand, and you make it. When you rise, they live. When you set, they die. You are a lifespan in yourself. One lives by you. Eyes are upon your perfection until you set. All work is put down when you rest in the west. You who rise and make everything grow, for the king and for everyone who hastens on foot, because you founded the land, and you raised them up for your Son, who has come forth from your body, the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, the one living on Ma'at.